In this game, you can make pretty much anyone. It's like The Sims, but better. This is a new life sim game out of South Korea called inZOI, and in this video, we're going to take a look at this insane character creator. First, I'm going to show you some of my favorite creations. I am by no means an expert, but I would love to share them with you. Then we're going to dive into the character creator, look at the options you have, and the photo mode and how you can take the best snaps. And then talking about what you can do with these characters once you've made them, how you can upload them and share them with other players. If you're new here, I'm MadMorph. I play indie games, cozy games, and hidden gems, and this week I've been playing a lot of inZOI. So there's a lot of videos out and coming. If you're interested in this game, make sure you hit like and subscribe and check out the other videos. Now I'm going to show you some of the characters I've been making, how I made them, and some of my favorite photos that I've taken of them so far. We'll start off with Lae'zel from Baldur's Gate 3. This is all time-lapsed, super sped up from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how long I took. Again, I'm not great at this, but I'm doing my best and I'm enjoying myself, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So if you are going to play the character creator or this game, I just hope that you have that same energy. Just enjoy what you're doing. It doesn't have to be the best thing. So let me share these with you, and you can see that it doesn't always have to be a 10 out of a 10 to enjoy it. I was pretty surprised with how well Lae'zel came out, probably one of my favorites that I've done. I ended up putting in these custom pants as well, like that is actually a photo of Lae'zel's pants in Baldur's Gate that I put into the game, which is pretty cool that you can do that. Next, I'm going to make everyone's favorite vampy sassy boyfriend, Astarion. He came out okay. I just kind of saw the hair and I thought that's quite like Astarion's hair, maybe we can do something with that. So started to make him. The fact that you can get anywhere close is just so much better than most character creators these days, to be honest. Who would you make? Let me know in a comment who you will be making, if you're going to make yourself, if you're going to make any celebrities. Let's get the comments going about who you're going to create. And of course, while you're down there, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the other links. If you want my podcast of bedtime stories or my movie review channel, that is something that exists for you as well. Astarion finished, had him move in with Shadowheart. Feel like they would make amazing, sassy, constantly bickering roommates. I don't think I did her justice. I love Shadowheart so much. And yes, I will be going back to my playthrough to continue my romance with her as soon as I get some time off from inZOI. I need to do that as soon as I can. It's been a long time. We're like 50 hours in. But anyway, making Shadowheart was difficult, and I should have stopped around here. Like, that's where I should have stopped, but I kept tweaking the face. I ruined her. But you know what I did do well with is this God's Favorite Princess t-shirt, which I made myself, imported into the game, and here it is on her. I think that looks awesome, and I can't wait to design more clothes in this game. Also, the face preset that I started with for Shadowheart is so just Ana de Armas, if you just like leave it, or should I say Ana de Armas, as they would say in Espanol. Amazing, so beautiful. Next, a real quick making of Will, just to like show that we could do that as well. This is where I realized that you can't do different eyes, because I obviously wanted to do his glass eye, his like fake eye as one. So instead I just closed one eye and did the other one as the white eye. And I thought that looked okay, but I'm sure they'll add in doing different colored eyes by the time the game actually comes around. Pretty happy with how his outfit turned out, considering it's nothing imported. This is all just stuff that's in the game colored differently, and it looks okay. And I'm quite happy with how his photos turned out as well. Karlach was another one that was very, very difficult to get her face shape right, first of all, and especially because her hairstyle isn't in the game. There isn't that kind of long hair shaved side style yet, at least. And hair has a big impact on shaping the face, so I couldn't get her right, so I kind of just went with my own interpretation of Karlach. I do love that we can at least have the red skin and do that exactly how we want to. And I was pretty happy with how it turned out, and some of the shots came out really nice, but it's not a perfect Karlach. But I didn't want to leave her out. I did this one last, and without the horns as well, it just maybe doesn't necessarily feel like her, but that's okay. Can't all be winners. I also made a Gale, I made a Wallace and Gromit, I made Taylor Swift for some reason. I've never even heard a Taylor Swift song all the way through. I don't know why I made Taylor Swift, I just thought she had a pretty unique face to put into the game. They're all in the game if you want to check them out, or try and make some for yourself and like share them. You know, I would love to see what people are making. I'll be checking that out over the next week, so go ahead and enjoy. So to start with as your base, you've got a bunch of different presets, which are just great for showing off how different characters can actually be in this game. Pretty sure that looks so much like Quan Hee from Singles Inferno, which I did that review of on the Mad Morph Movie Club. Here is, so you pick a preset that you want to do. Let's just pick someone at random, but not you, because I don't like you. Let's pick this guy. You can just change them straight into children. That's hilarious. Young, adult, middle-aged. Goodness me, it's starting to show, isn't it? The wear and tear. And old, senior. You can also change them straight to female or male without anything changing. Just sort of flicks it over, which is pretty cool. And then you kind of get into it. We'll look at the traits and the desired lives after as well. Deep dive on all of this. You can then change the face preset if you want. So if you're like, okay, I liked this person's body, then I want to change the face up, you can just throw that on there. And you can also save your own presets separate to what you get for like saving an entire Zoe. So you can just save presets too, which is cool. So then further, you come and zoom in. You've got two modes here. So you've got the basic edit with like push and pull on kind of a wider scale. Give us some brows here. Pull them together. I mean, it's so cool. These move the eyes wherever you want them to be. Nose up and down. So moving the mouse up and down, or then left and right is like size. So up and down and size of it. Same with the mouth. What have we got here? Some cheekbones, some sides here, and a big old chin. Amazing. I mean, the more that you do with this, the amount of times I've made characters which are starting to look really good, and then I just can't help but keep tweaking, and they look like they've had the most amount of surgery. Just quite literally turning them into long legs before my eyes is really unfortunate. I need to learn when to stop. So then we've got the detailed edit mode, which gives you even more precise stuff. So it's like the tip of the brow, the middle of the brow, the lashes, fluttering my eyelashes at you. And, you know, even all of these little points on the eye, so you can really shape it out. I would like to see some eye presets for shape, because I'm quite bad at doing these shapes. So it'd be great to just click in eyes, and for these to be a shape preset as well. They are currently just color presets. So that would be cool. We do have a range of colors with the eyes, so let me just open his eyes for you. There we go. Lizard Man. Different shapes, different colors, and you can get into the iris size, the color ratio, the size of the pupils. Geez, terrifying. And even color blending. It's just the outer iris. Change the color of that even. It is pretty crazy. He looks like a cartoon character. And you can do whatever color you want on here. Eyebrows, change those a bunch, and of course change the color to whatever you want. Eyelashes, only 2 at the moment. I mean, this is still the early test, like more's going to get added to this. What were we looking at? Oh yeah, detailed. So also you can turn off symmetry mode, so you can just do one side and not the other, which is great. We do need that added for eyeballs so that we can have a heterochromia and have different colored eyes. That would be cool. Hairstyles. Let's go through these and show them off for you. Let's go to the top. So there are some that you can customize. I think if we go custom, make sure it is a custom one. And if you come in here, you can cut the hair and do it to whatever length you want. And the custom ones also come with a bunch of highlight options. So different parts of the hair can be turned into different colors. I'll just do them all wild colors here so you can see what's what part. Bum, ba, bum, which is pretty cool. Edge softness. Soften the edges there, so it doesn't look too snipped. And let's just go through all of these hairstyles for you. This should have made someone prettier, really. Does it help if you're... No, it does. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. We're going to leave it. There we go. So you've got some beautiful hair. Definitely would like to see more. There are some characters that I've tried to make where they didn't quite have a style, but I'm still impressed just with what's on show so far. Like, it's good, but you can always have more. I mean, there are so many hairstyles in the world, right? You'll see when we come to me showing off the characters that I've made. So, a decent amount of styles here. Skin has some options which I missed at first. So you've got these just for changing base. You've then got here with a bunch of presets all the way along the scale. You can change that further to whatever you want. So it doesn't matter what their presets are because you can literally do it however you want to. Make an orc, a goblin. You can get into the fantasy stuff, which I love. I hate it when a game has a character creator and then for some reason they're like, oh yeah, but you can't be green or pink or anything. It's like, why? Just let me play the game how I want to play it, right? So what I missed before was all these sliders down here. Check this. This character, I'm going to just change the face preset over because it's hard to see, for you to see what I'm talking about when it's on such a busted face. You're welcome. So go into the skin and you've got different creases, which are different. Look, smile lines, chin cleft, eye bags, nasal bridge, lip line, jawline. And you might be saying, why do I care about this, right? Like, why, like, I'm not going to see my character this close. Why do I need all of this stuff? But the truth is, you are going to see your character this close up. Not only in cutscenes, but my favorite feature, and this is never my favorite feature in a game, the studio stuff is amazing. I have done so many photo shoots with my characters, and it's not even the full thing. Like, the cutscene creator isn't even in, but just this changing of the expressions, I know that's a done thing in other games. We can change poses as well. There was more, there was dancing and everything in here, but they took it out for the latest patch. But it's coming back. So you are not only going to be doing this, but switching to your camera and really getting in there. Like, I've been doing close-up shots. You've got your field of view, vision, FOV here. Depth of field. And you do get really in and start seeing all of these little changes that you've made. Like, it genuinely makes a difference. It doesn't feel like, oh yeah, okay, I'm putting eye bags on that I'm never going to see on a character. You will see them. So that's really cool. So make sure you go into the skin sliders as well. What have we not seen? Makeup, which is a bunch of different sort of shadings, I guess, contourings and things. You can come in here and change the intensity, the color of the, no, not the color, but the intensity of the gloss, and the intensity and color of the contour, if you know anything about that and can work it out for yourself. I obviously do not. I'm looking like a chimney sweep. Hello, governor. Let me do your chimney for you. A little Victorian chimney sweep character, okay? You've got blush, which also includes some really cute freckles and moles and stuff. Let's go ahead and put that back. Eyeliner. What I liked in this is, it's not just presets. You can change the color of eyeshadow, lower eyeline, upper eyeline. You can get so into it, which is great if you're making a custom character. Not even just for yourself, but if you're trying to make them look like someone. And a bunch of lipsticks. And again, lipstick A, lipstick B, and lip gloss. Intensity, wrinkles. It's very, very cool. So getting back into just anytime zoom in and be like, let's have a Joker smile. Let's put a smile on that face. And checking the expressions whenever you want to. You can see how much character they have. It's fantastic. Change the background. See how they look in different light. Move the light around wherever you want to see how they're going to look in the game. I mean, how many times have you made a character and then you start the game and instantly go, oh, it looks so bad, you know? So into body options, you've got a muscle slider for how muscly they are. Ripped. Body weight. I did see some people say on a comment, Oh, why does the slider always just make you really round with body weight? Like, let's not, as, you know, body shapes are different. It's great that we have a body slider because so many games don't do it because it's really hard to then adapt all of the items of clothing for the different body shapes. But also, not only do we have this slider, but you can also, like, change bits if you want to. So you can make them more sticky out tummy, more in tummy, whilst also having a larger body weight, you know? Like, that hasn't come back out, it's stayed in. So you could just be bigger and wider, but not have a big tum. And same, you can do this. I feel like the bum needs to come out more. Like, give us more of a booty here. Like, make this a big old peach, right? Sliders here, of course, and legs, calves, which is great. Very, very adaptable into whatever shape and size you want to be. Ripped Marathon Ultra Runner. And then, if we come into outfits, this is where things get really interesting because, yes, you've got a bunch of amazing fashionable clothes and presets to choose from, but it's the fact that you can upload your own images, which is just insane. Love these pants, by the way. Those look so nice. When you just want to stroke those, that texture looks lovely. Anyway, so you've got obviously individual tops and t-shirts. If they've got this little logo, it means you can change the color, and this one means you can add textures, so your own textures, or have the game come up with a texture for you. So here are some that I have. This was a texture that I uploaded for Karlach's clothing, and it just goes straight on there, and it's still, you can do each bit an individual different thing and make your own clothes almost from scratch, just with the shape of it, which is great. Very, very useful. A game changer, I think. As someone who likes to create their own stories when I'm playing, and I want to kind of feel what my Zoe is, or my sim when I'm playing The Sims, I'm like, okay, this guy's like this, and he would wear these kind of clothes. And then you've got the standard options and nothing interesting. So, for example, here, look, I did a God's Favorite Princess shirt for Shadowheart, and you can just put that in. And now we've got our own shirt that, like, no one else has. And it's just perfect. Oh, get to good spirit. Horizontal, vertical position. There you go. You are God's favorite princess, darling. Or making your own merch. Stick your merch in. Here's my merch. You can get that as a t-shirt if you want. It looks even better in real life. You know? It's cool. I love this. I mean, it's just so cool. That in itself is amazing, I think. And there's further customization as well in terms of this under of changing the neck, the neckline, the collar, the length, whether it's tucked in on the guys, it's like a sort of tucked in, or if it's hanging out shirt. Add the sleeves in, ruffled shoulders. Same for legs, turning them into little shorts. Got some skirt options up to a mini skirt. Fantastic. And a bunch of accessories as well. Hats, eyewear, earrings, necklaces, hair, and nails. I like the way that it zooms in on the nails. It's pretty cute. Bum, ba, bum. So you can just make whatever you want and be whoever you want. You want to be an old lady? You want to be an old Billie Eilish? That so looks like Billie, doesn't it? Not this one. I mean, when it's like that. I wouldn't do it like that. So, before we get into the just showing off the characters that I've been making and sharing them with you, traits. Select a trait. So, this affects it in terms of, look, characteristics here. Your Zoe prioritizes relaxation and tranquility, showing a tendency to be lazy. Frequently feels tranquil. So, feelings and the way your Zoe feels is quite a big deal in this game. Excited feeling lasts for a shorter time, energy gauge decreases quickly, builds relationship with anyone easily. Let's compare that to an safety conscious. Considers worst case scenarios, prioritizes safety, frequently feels worried. Bored feeling lasts for a shorter time, fun gauge decreases slowly, builds family relationships easily. So you're getting perks and debuffs for your character by choosing these, and there is a good variety of them. The social activist feels uncomfortable for a longer time, feels focused. The socialite frequently feels excited, lethargic feeling lasts for a longer time. One thing I did want to point out is the sort of, one of the goals of the game is to make moments in life feel more meaningful. So there is really this focus on doing things, mental health, and not everything always going your way. I've noticed little dialogues like when you click to talk to a friend, you can admit to feeling burnt out and stuff like that. All of the little dialogues that are so specific are great. Can't wait to just like keep going and dig in more, keep playing. I'm gonna try and record a bunch more playthroughs, honestly, whilst I've still got access to this, so let me know what kind of characters and lives that you would love to see in a comment, and I will try and get those. Even if they don't come out like the next couple of weeks, I may even record a bunch and save them and like drop them in the month or something. And then you're picking a desired life, so a life of abundance, tranquility, a love life. And this is changing your values and your ambitions and your skills. So the skills that align with this life are humor, charm, knowledge, singing, cooking. The preferences that align with this life are cake. I mean, that's probably when you get broken up with. Aspires to receive love and respect from those around them, building deep and meaningful relationships. So in the game, this gives you stuff like talk romantically 50 times, have a mutual crush, and so on and so forth. I think it's still being developed because there wasn't a ton there, but if you actually pick these and start a game, that's the kind of stuff that pops up, and they all seem to be quite lengthy at the moment. Like that one that was be romantic with 50 Zoys or something like that, I just thought that's going to take forever to do, honestly. So just a little extra thing, and you don't even have to pick one, it's completely optional. So I'm just going to flick through these, so if you want to pause and read them, you can as I go over each one, just to show them to you as we get into the studio and showing you something actually in the game. So let me grab one of my presets. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Who do I have in the guys? Let's do... I feel like I'm missing some, but that's fine. Let's be Wallace. Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. So once you're actually in the game, there you go, here's the house that we picked. Lovely, isn't it? The buildings are so good. They're all gorgeous. I think you'd have a harder time making buildings that aren't gorgeous, because just the architecture, the furniture, the aesthetic. Right, so when you're in, you go to Edit City and hit the studio. There'll be a cutscene studio in here, so you can make cutscenes. Proposal cutscene. Make your own K-drama, man. It's gonna be great. Make your own wedding ceremony. And change dance moves, but this stuff isn't in yet. So what you do have is the themed studio. And this is where what I was talking about with all of those little touches that you put on your character are really going to make a difference. And this is also an in-game place that you can go to. You could literally walk to this and go inside if you want to, but this brings you straight here. You can click on your Zoe, change it to anyone in the world that you're playing on. So if we change it to our guy, you can then set them up however you want. Changing their expressions. It's so terrifying. And posing. Different poses. There were emotes in here before as well. Like I say, they took them out just for this next patch. But dancing and all kind of stuff was in here before. So you can set your scenes up. And for the background, there are some presets that you can install if you want to. And it's just going to go ahead and put that in. And And I think I have to get myself out again here. So it's basically like a place to do photo shoots and to create your stories and everything else that you want to do. But you can do anything that you can do in the build mode in here, plus some extra. You've got some special effects. You've got lighting that you can bring in, which is so cool. And you can change the color on the lights. This is how I did a lot of my thumbnail, like for my characters that I put onto the thing. You go to lighting, change it. Bubbles coming out of the machines. It's a spotlight. So you get really deep on this. And make your own sets as well. Put whatever you want in, build an entire thing in here. Very, very cool. And the camera mode is great. So the one thing you want to make sure you're doing is playing with the FOV, because that's really going to help you get some cool angles while you're taking your shots. The filters are okay. Some are better than others. The fisheye lens is a favorite of mine. And so the DOF, the depth of field, is going to let you like blur the background out a little bit, depending on how, if you zoom in, it does it better. So there you go. So then you have like a nice blurred background effect that makes your character pop. The remove background doesn't seem to work always. And then you just take a shot, save it, and then you've just got an instant screenshot on your computer. You've got different resolutions. And something I should actually point out to you before we get into this. Let me reset this room. Because the best thing for me, when you're on this, don't forget that you can do this. So you have a person in. Let's put you in a pose so you're not just T-posing. There you go. This back screen, the chroma key screen, obviously you can change it to a green screen or whatever color you want to then key out to have a cutout of your character, but also you can put scenes in, kind of like how they shoot The Mandalorian or whatever. So I can just put this wallpaper back here, and now it feels like we've got a better background than me having to build a whole set, then all of that kind of stuff. So we've got this, which is like the road from Wallace and Gromit. And then I've got like a Baldur's Gate wallpaper here. And you might be saying, oh, that looks terrible. But when you actually get into the photo mode and you do the lighting and maybe throw a filter on it, it looks pretty good. It's better than just a blank canvas behind you, honestly. And there is this facial capture. So if you have iOS, you can get an app on your phone. And when your face moves, your character's face moves. I would have loved to have done this, but I'm Android. Otherwise, I was so excited to see that, and then I saw the app was Android only, so unfortunately, I can't do that one. So here's another really cool thing. This is where your creations end up. You can share them on this. This is literally the main page, so whenever someone starts the game, they're going to see what you've been up to if you upload them, or whatever was recently uploaded. Canvas. Here's, look, my Baldur's Gate characters. People can click like on them, they can download people's creations and share them. There's not a lot going on here yet because it's obviously just the people who are in early, but this I think is going to be available from tomorrow, so expecting a lot more activity in here, way more characters and people sharing stuff. But this is very, very cool. People can share buildings as well. It's not just characters, so that is also awesome and somewhere where you can do stuff. That's where we're going to put a pin in this one, just a quick random video because I felt like showing this off and some of the characters as well. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be some more gameplay coming as well and all the usual playthroughs and first looks at new games, so make sure you like and subscribe or click one of these videos on the screen so that you can go on another adventure with me right now. Until next time, good night.